Hello! You are at your closet every day, in the morning getting ready, and at the end of the evening getting ready, unless you're somebody who has that chair in the corner of your room where you just get undressed and you throw your clothes over there, and it's like a second closet. So whether you're picking from your closet or your chair, chances are the closet is in one of the main areas, whether it's your bedroom, whether it's off of the bathroom where you get ready. You're passing it all of the time, and sometimes when you look at it, you're like, ugh. That's an overwhelming mess. That's an overwhelming situation. So in this video, I'm gonna share with you 5 things you can do to your closet today that will up-level your energy, enhance your energy, and upgrade that Feng Shui. I'm Jeanette Sizikowski, your go-to Feng Shui consultant, and daily I am working with people on their homes, Feng Shuiing their homes, and a closet is one of those that is always a nuisance. It comes up. So I just made a video for you. Let's get into it. So you're looking to Feng Shui your closet, or you're looking to enhance the energy of your closet in your home. Maybe you're dabbling in Feng Shui, and so you looked up how to Feng Shui your closet. I'm a classical Feng Shui consultant, and what classical Feng Shui does is it takes into account the year your home was built, the direction your home is facing, your personal energy number, and so many other factors. And so that's what really Feng Shui is. Feng Shui is the study of how your environment affects you. With math, there's calculations, and that often really surprises people. But this video is for beginners. So this video isn't going to take into account all those calculations, but it is going to help you upgrade your energy and up-level your energy, particularly just fix that whole situation that is your closet so that you feel better and your space feels better. Here we go, let's upgrade. Let's start with one that you hear all the time. That's how you know the other ones are gonna be really good, so stick with me here. But the first one, everyone always says, donate your clothes. And I'm gonna agree with them. I'm gonna include that tip here today. But I'm gonna give you another way to reframe it, because if it was that easy to donate your clothes and to get rid of things, then you would have done it. So I'm gonna help you out through this process and give you some questions you can ask yourself to help you slim down, pare down on some clothing. Because whether you've watched Marie Kondo and asked all your stuff if it brings you joy, or whether you've just tried to declutter, it can be a very overwhelming task, because all of the energy and memories and everything tied to everything you have in your closet comes back when you're face to face with it. And I recently just moved from Dallas, Texas to Cleveland, Ohio. Quite a big change in wardrobe and I lived in Texas for almost 10 years. So yeah, definitely difference in wardrobe. And I was like, I really need to think about everything I'm going to be moving and packing and all this effort I'm going to put into packing. Do I need to take it all with me? So I recently went through this, and I will admit I am actually somebody who does like to hold on to things, but these questions are going to weed through how I was able to finally part with some things. The first question you should ask yourself or observe is, have you had this item of clothing for over 10 years? Now this is gonna hit a little bit different for people depending on what season of life you are in, but if you've had it over 10 years ago and you're somebody here trying to up-level your life, upgrade your life, you read the self-development books, you are motivated, then you likely are not the same person that you were 10 years ago. So when you look at those clothes, first of all, you could just stop there. And if that works for you in your brain, great, yep, gonna donate it. It's been over 10 years, it's time for an upgrade, okay. But if that doesn't unlock the ease for you, then the second question I want you to ask is, okay, so I've had it for over 10 years. Does this represent the me that I am trying to become? And this is why it's a little bit different depending on the season you're in, right? You maybe already are well into your entrepreneurial life, but you could be trying to start a business. You could be trying to meet a partner. Depending on the goals you have and depending on who you want to be in life, I always try and encourage people to look at who do you admire and how can you emulate them. So in that case, you're looking at this piece of clothing, and let's say you are looking to start a business or just to get a promotion in your own job. Looking at that piece of clothing, does this represent who you want to be? Because the way you manifest your life, the way you use Feng Shui is you start to act as if you already have what it is you're trying to call in. So if you are a 6-figure business owner, a really successful real estate agent, is this what a really successful real estate agent would wear? Is this how they would represent themselves out in public. Is it approachable to where people would be like, she looks successful, I'm gonna approach her and she probably has a house for me. I don't know how they know you were a realtor, but you know what I mean. Does it give off that confidence? Does it give off that put togetherness? Does it give off, even if it is just a t-shirt, does it have holes in it? Is the cotton all balled up? You know, does it represent who you're trying to be or the life you're trying to create? Where this came up for me, and you guys might find this funny, is I always dress very minimally. I've always been somebody that dresses very simple, neutral colors. I don't like a lot of patterns. I don't like a lot of crazy colors. It's just not my style. And so everything I have is pretty timeless. It has lasted a very long time. Because it's so neutral, it doesn't really, it's just black or gray or white, so it doesn't really go out of style. So I have things that are very, like, I've had them for a long time. And so I had to ask myself the question, who am I trying to become? What am I trying to create in this life? How am I trying to present myself? Some of these clothes, I'll be honest, I wore them to frat parties. Like, so why do I have clothes, dresses, tops that I have worn to a frat party still? I don't need that, even though they're like decent quality still. They're still pretty good, and so I didn't want to get rid of it. But it's like, if you've been too drunk in a bar in that outfit, if you've been to a frat party in that outfit, if you had like a previous life in that outfit, it's time to let that go. It pained me on some of them, some of these dresses. I was like, oh, these are still really cute. But you know what? It's time to give it to somebody else. It's time to donate it. It's time to move on, because it does not represent who I am now. It doesn't even represent who I am now, let alone where I'm going. And that very seamlessly takes us into tip number 2. Do the same thing with your shoes. Another serious problem that I have. That's why these videos are so easy to make, particularly shoes. There was a period of my life where, and luckily it wasn't this bad this time around, people were noticing that I had holes in my shoes. I was like, well, this was more the college era. I had like holes in my slippers. I had holes in like just those like tennis shoes that I would walk to and from class with. But I know how hard it is to pair with a favorite shoe. Now, as an adult, I hope you are not walking around with holes in your shoes. As a respected, presentable person who, again, if we just want to run with the real estate agent, how does it look if she or he has holes in their shoes and they're trying to sell a really expensive house? Or maybe you don't sell expensive houses and you're like, why don't the wealthier people want to sell with me? It's to nobody's fault of their own. It's in our DNA from thousands of years that first we assess appearance before we make decisions. We do make little judgments before, and it just happens. But you know what else it is if you have clothes that make you feel good, if you have shoes, they don't even need to be expensive, just try and not have holes in them, and you're like, I love these shoes. They were inexpensive, but they look really good. I'm gonna take care of them. I'm so grateful for these shoes. I feel really good in them. And when you're a good energy, then good, positive things happen to you, come your way. And that is the beginning level of what Feng Shui is. It's upgrading your environment to be positive. So if you're looking at your closet and you're mistreating it by throwing clothes, throwing shoes because you don't really care for any of it, then this is where you upgrade it with intention, declutter or donate what it is that's no longer serving you and no longer helping you move forward, and keep the things, even if it's less. It doesn't mean you have to go spend and replace. One of the biggest mistakes I see people make in Feng Shui is that with my clients, we walk through their home, we remove things, we declutter things, we rearrange, and there's all this space. That's the point. We make space to receive the positive energy coming in, and they're like, well, what am I gonna put there now? What? I have all this room, what am I gonna put there? And it's like, no, that's not how it works. So we are going to arrange your closet. We're gonna clean up your closet. We're up-leveling your closet. And it does not necessarily mean every dress you get rid of, you're like, oh, I gotta go spend more money now. No. Just keep the things you're so grateful for that are moving you forward. First your clothes, then your shoes. This leads me into the third tip very seamlessly as well. Holes. Speaking of holes, I'll have a funny story for this one too. I was recently watching Curb Your Enthusiasm, if you guys have seen it. The main character is Larry, and he is very like blunt and forward and points out things that usually make people uncomfortable. Larry walks into a doctor's office, and in this doctor's office, he's like, this waiting room's like really empty. Am I at a bad doctor? Like, why, where's all your patients? And the receptionist says, oh, the doctor just likes to space out his patients, you know, for privacy. And Larry's like, okay, yeah, sure. And then he goes into the office, he's talking to the doctor. Doctor's really nice, they have good rapport. Doctor said, okay, I'm gonna get you a foam roller. He turns around, he bends over, and you can see his underwear. You can see the lining of his underwear. There's holes, the seams coming away from the fabric. It's just a mess. The elastic's coming away from the fabric, and it's just a mess. And Larry's like, oh my gosh, like this is so gross. He says to the doctor, hey doc, you're not spacing out your clients. You don't have any clients, they don't come back because you have holes in your underwear and everybody knows it. How can I trust my life, you know, my health and my wellness with a doctor who has holes in his underwear? So all of that story is to say, what's going on with the undergarments? Again, I think people are like, nobody can see it, I'll save some money here. No, you're meditating, you're going to yoga, you're reading self-development books, you are like eating right and healthy, and you're doing all these things to upgrade your life. It doesn't matter if nobody can see it, although in this case, the doctor, people could see it, right? It doesn't matter if nobody can see it. It's all about what energy are you portraying? When you open those drawers in your closet, are you excited to wear, excited to put on? I mean, how kind of deflating is it to be like, oh, all the laundry is busy and all I have is this like holy underwear. Like, now, wow, now my day's gonna be really good. I bet I sell $3 million in real estate today. No, it doesn't set a good tone forward. It just feels sloppy, and that sloppiness is going to radiate out into your day. So even if people can't see it, we're upgrading our closet, we're increasing the energy of our closet. You want to be proud of everything you have, even if it's less. Quality over quantity. Number 4 is an easy one. Maybe you're like, I love my clothes, I love my shoes, my shoes are in boxes, I take so much care of them. I love my undergarments, they're so pristine. Here's another one. Number 4, here you go. Clean up your hangers. Now, I'm not really a stickler because I'm not a professional organizer. What they would say is they'd want them all to match and they'd want it to be really chic and you get like the nice ones. That's not really what I'm saying. I noticed during my move, as I was moving into my new closet, how can I up level it? How can I upgrade it? I had like dry cleaner hangers, like the really thin wire ones with safety pins and the paper, and there's just no need for it. It damages your clothes, and when the hangers are like all mismatched, it just creates more of that overwhelming like visual clutter, and it's not good for the energy. So whether you have some plastic, some felt, you know, just group together what you can so that they're not all like this, so that they're not like a just jumbled mess, because that's that visual clutter, that's that energy in your environment that immediately just your brain looks at it and is like, I cannot process this. Usually you find more space in your closet when you arrange them. That's always a bonus. The more space you have, the more room you have to receive good energy. That's gonna help with that visual clutter so that in the day when you're getting ready, you can make decisions quicker. So at least group your hangers. And the last action item is to actually clean your closet. I know, it might be this novel idea, but we all know to clean the bathroom, clean the shower, make our bed, vacuum our bed, because like we wake up with a stuffy nose. So we all just like routinely start to do that. We wipe down the counters in the kitchen, but where is the person that's reminding us to clean our closet, actually clean our closet? When's the last time you took a dust rag inside the closet? When's the last time you took the shoes off the floor? You're already doing that because you're going through your shoes. Take them out and vacuum the ground in your closet. Like, oh my gosh, like what a novel idea, right? Here's the thing, I mentioned it in the beginning of this video. Classical Feng Shui is, there's math to it, there's science to it. It works with energy and the form of your home and when it was built and the stars and planets and all of this stuff. But here, what we're doing is we're taking the modern approach and looking at how can we upgrade energy. Everything is energy. We're energy. And you know what dust is? Dust is dead, stale energy. Dust is an accumulation of skin cells and like hair follicles, and I don't know, because I don't want to get into it. I just know that it doesn't help. So when you dust and vacuum and clean, and just like, that's why you feel so good after you clean your kitchen. And that's why cleaning is somewhat therapeutic, because you're actually moving energy. So the Feng Shui portion of this is, and the energetic portion of this is that you are moving energy by vacuuming it and dusting it. In these back corners, behind these clothes, I guarantee you that once you put them up there, you have not taken everything out of that closet before. So I'm not saying to now be like, oh, well, I'm too tired, I can't take it all out. Move it aside, dust what you can, be as proactive as possible to get that up-leveled, feel good, positive energy in this space. And in my next video, 5 things successful people are doing in their home that supports their successful life. Are you looking to be successful? Are you looking to improve your life? Well, go watch that video now for the 5 things that successful people are doing in their home that you can apply today.